Hey guys, welcome back to a new video where today I want to talk about the fact that John Watts stepped down from director of the Fantastic Four film. Now, I have done a video on the Fantastic Four film, I fan casted what I would want for the MCU Fantastic Four. I cast actors with each role. Please check out that video. I think that is one of the best videos ever made. Yeah, just very proud of that video. And I guess this can be sort of a follow-up to that video, because I'm now talking about who should direct Fantastic Four. Now, nothing against John Watts. Is a good director. You know, he made the MCU Spider-Man trilogy, which is pretty good. You know, it has its ups and downs, but overall, I think it's a good trilogy of films. And he directed No Way Home, which is like the biggest movie of the world. But I just didn't think he was the best pick for Fantastic Four. I don't know, just something about his Spider-Man films didn't scream, this is the person who should direct Fantastic Four to me. I don't think he was the worst choice, but he wasn't the best choice. But I kind of had to just put up with it because, you know, it's not like he was going to step down. But he actually did step down, because 3 Spider-Man films will make it tired, I guess. I have a list of 5 directors that I think would be a great fit for the MCU Fantastic Four film. So I'm just gonna read off a list that I have made. So quickly, 3 honorable mentions. These aren't just because I wanted to have 3. These just either they've been said too much or I don't think they could. So number 1, of course, Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright's my favorite director of all time. I have a Baby Driver person now. This is awesome. I love this. And yeah, of course, Edgar Wright would be on a list of directors I want to direct a movie, because he should direct every movie ever made. But I don't know if that's just my bias, and also I don't think he would want to, because he's not on the best terms with Marvel, because he was going to direct Ant-Man, but because of creative differences, he left the project. But they still used the script, so it's still written by him. But another one I would love. This was actually my top pick for the longest time. Taika Waititi. It just seems like a perfect fit for Taika Waititi to do Fantastic Four. The thing is, he's very busy at the moment. Not only has he got Thor: Love and Thunder, he's also got like a sports movie in the works. He's doing the live-action Akira movie and a bunch of other stuff he's confirmed to direct and also write, I think, so that would add on to it. So, I would love it if he was picked. He's probably still my first pick, but he just seems really busy at the moment. I also have final honorable mention, Brad Bird. Yes, Brad Bird would make it a Fantastic Four film, because he already made a great one in The Incredibles, and The Incredibles will still probably be the best Fantastic Four film of all time, even after this MCU one. Brad Bird would be fantastic, he's just been said in like every list. Usually he's number 1, so I thought I would keep him off the list just to keep this list somewhat refreshing. Okay, so let's get into it. So, at number 5, I have Joe Johnston, a name you might not be familiar with, but his films you're almost definitely familiar with. So, Joe Johnston has done Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, The Rocketeer, Jumanji, and Captain America: The First Avenger. Yes, he's already directed a Marvel film. So I think he might be willing to make another one. I don't know if there's a reason he hasn't come back to direct another one, like he didn't direct Captain America 2 for some reason. But if there isn't any dispute, he just didn't want to direct it. I think he would be a good pick for a Fantastic Four film. He's already done Marvel film, as previously said. And there's some rumors that this film could be set in like the 60s or something. And, because that's kind of where the Fantastic Four sort of originate from. So it's like, it's kind of like Captain America the First Avenger, in which case it's like a prequel. And yeah, I think it would just be real good at that. And Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, I haven't seen it, but I know it's a bit of a family film, and Fantastic Four is Marvel's family, so that could work out pretty well. The Rocketeer, I also haven't seen, but I think it's a bit superhero-ish. I don't know. And Jumanji, very much a childhood movie for me, at least. I love that movie. And yeah, and yes, he did direct Jurassic World Part 3, and people don't like that one. He also directed Nutcracker and the Four Realms, which wasn't the best regarded film. I haven't seen it, and I don't want to watch it. But I think this could put him on a good path for his future, because he has had some misses, but I think he has more hits than misses. So yeah, I think that could work out pretty well. At number 4, this might surprise you, Bryce Dallas Howard. Now you might not know Bryce Dallas Howard from directing. You'd probably recognize her as an actor, like she's in Spider-Man 3 as Gwen Stacy. She's that one girl in the Jurassic World trilogy, and yeah, she's also Elton John's mum in Rocket Man. That's a random piece of knowledge. But she also has directed, not a lot, but from what she has directed, it's pretty good. She did a lot of short films that I haven't seen, but she's probably well known from directing from 2 episodes of The Mandalorian, and I don't have the episodes lined up, but I remember hearing that she directed them and that they were really good, so yeah. And she also directed that one Mandalorian episode of Book of Boba Fett, where it's a Mandalorian episode, but it's titled Book of Boba Fett for some reason. And yeah, and everyone says that that's the best episode of Book of Boba Fett, which kind of true. But yeah, yeah. So I don't know. This is just a random pick. I don't know if they would actually go with it, but I think it would be good. She's also doing the Flight of the Navigator remake, so that might add something to it. But yeah, I just think those episodes of Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett work really well. She's actually my top pick to direct a Star Wars movie, because she's already good at that realm. But yeah, I think Fantastic Four would be an interesting sort of project for her. Next up, I have a name you might recognize, Peyton Reed. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So Peyton Reed is most well known for doing Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp, which are 2 of the more funnier sort of Marvel movies, and I'm imagining Fantastic Four would be pretty like a kind of comedy. So it's not fully fledged comedy, but some comedic elements. But Ant-Man and the Wasp and Ant-Man are essentially family movies, basically, because in the first film it's about it's about Scott Lang sort of trying to get back with his daughter and trying to be a father figure for her, but he's like a crook, so he can't really do it. And Ant-Man the Wasp is literally about Hank and Hope trying to get back Hope's mum from the quantum realm. So those films are definitely family focused, and yeah, and families would be a big theme in Fantastic Four, because I said Marvel's family. So yeah, that seems pretty obvious. He also did 2 episodes of The Mandalorian, so good coincidence with Bryce Dallas Howard. I don't have the episodes listed again, but I'm sure they're good. Man, I can't really list any bad episodes of The Mandalorian, so that's a pretty good sign. He also did Yes Man and Bring It On, two films I haven't seen, but I've heard good things about both of them. So there's that. And yeah, I think it would be a pretty good pick. My next pick is a newish director, Olivia Wilde, who has so far only done one movie. My dog's doing stuff in the background. But yeah, she's only done Booksmart, but she does have an upcoming movie called Don't Worry, Darling, which is one of my most anticipated of the year. I'm really excited for that film. It looks fantastic. A trailer recently dropped. Honestly, I might do a video on the trailer because I really like it. But Booksmart was a very funny, very heartfelt movie, and I could definitely see Olivia Wilde doing something along those lines with a Fantastic Four film. And if like Booksmart and Don't Worry, Darling seem like very different films, so it seems that she has a very wide range of directing. If she can direct like a funny sort of heartfelt comedy and like a psychological horror, she definitely has some range. So I don't think a superhero movie would be a challenge for her. So I would definitely put her as one of my picks. And for my last pick, I have another recent director or directors, because it's a duo, the Daniels. You would probably recognize their name from the most recent film, Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is an amazing movie. Please go watch it. It's like one of the best of the years already. Like you can just tell it's gonna be in the best in that list. That film is very like Booksmart. It's very funny. It's very like unique. Like I can't think of any other film that is like Everything Everywhere All at Once. But it's also very heartfelt. There's an emotional core at Everything Everywhere All at Once. I'm not ashamed to admit that I cried while watching that movie. Like the emotions are very strong in that movie, and the Daniels definitely like know how to like do those type of things. They also did a film called Swiss Army Man, which I've heard great things. I haven't seen it, but it's definitely top of my watch list. It looks very unique. They're very unique filmmakers, so it might seem a bit weird to do a superhero movie, which is not really that unique. But they could do something unique within the genre, like Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's a multiverse movie. There's a bunch of multiverse movies out like this time, so I wouldn't really call that a unique premise. But what they do with the multiverse is very unique. So I could see them taking the Fantastic Four and doing something very new and original with that idea, which seems like what Marvel wants to be doing with films like Eternals, Shang-Chi, even Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. They seem like they want to do new things with the MCU and not stick to the same formula. Of course, we're still kind of doing the formula with films like Black Widow and even Spider-Man No Way Home. I'd say follow that formula. But yeah, I think that would just be a great pick for a Fantastic Four film. So I kind of forgot to record an ending to this video. Yeah, I'm dumb. I know you don't have to tell me. And I don't really know how to finish this video. So yeah. But thanks for watching. I guess. I don't know.